All right, time now for Great Day Fitness, and this one is for the ladies out there.
Yeah, so today we're talking about managing menopause and the years leading up to it, the weight gain, and how to boost your metabolism as those hormones are all in flux. Joe Carabase is here now with more. And, you know, this is something that no one ever tells you. And then you get to your 40s in the perimenopause years and the menopause years after, and all of a sudden you're like, why can't I eat the same?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's 36, sometimes it's 56, and that's part of the problem. Is I don't think it's as well understood and researched, and there's varying degrees of knowledge and I would say care or perhaps time from OBs. You know, a lot of women are rushed in, rushed out, shoot it off. You know, so I worked with a lot of women over the last 18 plus years, and so I've seen a lot of patterns. And I think one thing I would say for sure though is it's like a big puzzle. And I've never been through it, but I know the pains just from talking to so many other people. But I think what's important for women to understand is that you're not stuck. Like, it's not like a death sentence, right? Mm-hmm. It's just, you got to think of it not as like one thing you need to do, but as a big giant puzzle that we can 100% put together. You just got to make sure to take the time, and there are things that we know work, you know, and adjust.
You know, a lot of people are going to be out there going, what does this guy know about menopause? You know?
I get it. I would question that as well, but like I said, I've worked with, you know, thousands of women over the last 18 plus years, and we've seen a lot of results, especially now. Like, we were able to help a lot during, you know, before I got into the red light therapy, but now with red light, it just dramatically enhances everything that we're doing. And that's an important thing, because when you're going through menopause, or even weight loss for that matter, it sometimes can feel like your feet are in quicksand, you're sinking, and yet you're looking at this big mountain you got to climb, and it's like, how do you get up there? So red light sort of helps you get progress along the way, so that you don't feel, you know, demotivated and frustrated. And then as we, you know, the nutritional stuff, that's where, and the exercise is really where the puzzle comes in. But the red light, sort of that consistency that can enhance the progress. Can
reduce the inflammation and speed it up. Just in general, I know you have a big talk coming up, you're going to go through it, but one thing that we learn is we just can't eat whatever we want. I mean, we definitely, the eating too many, especially of those simple carbs, we're not going to be able to burn them like we used to.
Yeah, and I think to that end, it's like, we work with the varying degrees of women who've been super fit their entire lives, and all of a sudden are like, what the heck just happened? Or women who maybe didn't exercise a ton but would walk every now and again, would eat in moderation, but could eat a little bit more of what they wanted, and everybody in between. But the one rule is whatever's worked up to this point will not work to the same extent that it once did. Not to say you can never have things that you enjoy, but certainly we have to, you know, find out the root of what's causing the issue. And
so you got a dozen seats.
Well, for the talk, yeah. Doing a talk.
Let's talk about the talk.
We'll talk about the talk?
Let's talk about the talk.
I'm down to talk about the talk. All right, so this Wednesday, we're going to talk about menopause from 6:30 to 7:30, about menopause makeover and things that can be done to make a dramatic change now.
Is this free?
It is free.
Okay.
Yeah, it's free for the community. And it's something that I think is important, too, if you feel really frustrated and you feel stuck, because I think there's enough stress in the world where when you're struggling with something like menopause, and that's another thing we've seen a lot lately too, is like pre-pandemic, people were stressed, you know, life is life. In
general,
and it was menopause, right? But then you compound that with the way our world is today, it's a lot harder than it's ever been. And again, I keep going back to, like, when that is the case, we've got to find strategies that are going to be easy to implement, that are going to yield the results so that you can see progress and keep going.
Well, that's people, you know, they're busy, and they sometimes, unfortunately, with going through this, they're not only gaining weight, they're feeling tired, they're having brain fog. So you have some systems that you can coach them through so they feel like they know they're getting a handle on things.
Yeah, and that's not medication, not another medication, not another test, not another, you know, surgery. And there's just way too much of that these days. And not to say, look, sometimes you need it, but most times you don't, especially when it comes to aesthetic stuff. And so everything we do is holistic, non-invasive. And again, we're always looking for, like, how can we help you get there in the easiest way? It's going to make you feel good as you move forward for long-term results.
Wednesday, July 26th, 6:30 to 7:30. Only 12 seats available. Go to definewellnesscenter.com for more information.
There's a new patient special button. That's where you can get more information.
Eyewitness News at 4 is next. Thanks for being here.
Take care.